Welcome to Michigan Out of Doors. I'm Jenny Olson, and on this week's show, I actually get to step out in front of the camera and do a little hunting with one of my nephews. We were part of a squirrel hunting tournament, and we had a blast out there. You won't want to miss that. And Jimmy and Jordan were working on some fun stuff for us this week, too.
Well, that's right, Jenny. We have been out doing a few fun things of late. Our own Jordan Brown was able to finally get out on a rabbit hunt. The snow has been so deep that a lot of our rabbit hunts have been canceled, and the winter temps have been so cold a lot of our ice fishing trips have been canceled or at least postponed. So we are happy to have a good rabbit hunt for you on this week, and then we're going to have you, the viewer, we're going to have another bragging board segment and see what you have been up to all around the state of Michigan. Lots of good stuff on this week's show. You stay tuned. I'm Jimmy Gretzinger. It's time for Michigan Out of Doors.
From the first spring rains to the soft summer breeze, dancing on the pine forest floor, the autumn colors catch your eyes. Here come the crystal winter skies. It's Michigan, Michigan out of doors. Someday our children all will see this is their finest legacy, the wonder and the love of Michigan. As the wind comes whispering through the trees, the sweet smell of nature's in the air. From the Great Lakes to the quiet stream, shining like a sportsman's dream. It's a love of Michigan we all share.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Greenstone Farm Credit Services, making recreational land ownership possible across Michigan and northeast Wisconsin. Begin your land financing journey at one of Greenstone's 37 locations or visit greenstonefcs.com. By Meijer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meijer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meijer. By Zimmer Roofing and Construction in Port Huron, featuring Duralast roofing systems made in Michigan. Zimmer Roofing and Construction provides installation, maintenance, service, and repair, serving commercial and residential clients on the web at zimmerroofing.com. By Country Smokehouse, offering a variety of meat products. Country Smokehouse is located 3 miles south of I-69 on M53, just south of Imlay City. Country Smokehouse is a meat processor, a butcher, and a destination for sportsmen.
All right, Jenny, what's going on here?
Well, this is Team Olson for the 4th annual Chrome Squirrel tournament up in Clio, Michigan. And this is my nephew Elijah. He's 14 and a half. And we're going to come back. We have to go register right now, but we're going to come back and hunt here at Elijah's house. I bow hunt here, and all I see are squirrels. So we should have some good luck.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
Registration for the Chrome Squirrel Tournament was happening at Thetford Township Hall, where lots of teams had already come and gone this morning. Elijah and I paid our entry fee, got the lowdown on the rules, and had a little breakfast while Jimmy caught up with Steve Lair, one of the founders of the event.
Yes, how are we doing this morning?
Good. We surpassed last year's 211 teams, and we're at 230 right now. We still got about an hour to check in yet, so we're doing really well this year.
And so you staggered it this year, so they can come in
this year they can come in anytime and leave, and as you see, most of them have already left, so we got till 9 o'clock, and we'll be ready to roll.
Nice. Now, are you going to get out today at all?
I am getting ready here in a few minutes to take off, so we'll get things wrapped up, and we'll be on our way.
Back at Elijah's house, we loaded guns and put on some layers for the 10-degree temps and high winds we'd be battling out there. And then it was time to head out and chase some squirrels.
So we got good news. While Elijah and I were getting bundled up, Jimmy spotted a squirrel out the back window. So we're heading out there into the woods. He just kept running, is that right?
Yeah, he's just making some tracks.
The good news is we know there's one out there, right?
Yeah,
can't go
wrong there. See if we can get him.
Sounds good.
Tournament rules were rimfire or air rifles only, no shotguns, centerfire rifles, or pistols allowed. And no one was allowed to hunt with dogs today either. Teams are made up of 2 hunters, and a daily total limit of 10 squirrels could be weighed in. Once we were registered, we could hunt all day. We just needed to be back for the weigh-in by 4 p.m. Elijah and I were seeing lots of nests in the trees and tons of tracks on the ground. The only problem was the tracks were a day old and the squirrels were holed up because of the wind today. About 20 minutes into the hunt, we spotted a lone squirrel way up high in a tree. I circled around the far side of the tree while Jimmy and Elijah had camera and gun zeroed in on that squirrel. Elijah wasn't going to let this one get away. After several shots, the squirrel did fall, but got hung up halfway down the tree. One more shot would get it down.
Well, he got stuck right in the crotch of the tree. Elijah, your first squirrel, come over here. That was cool. Elijah got him. Hold that squirrel up. He's pretty. He got him, and when he fell, he landed right in the crotch of this tree. So I kind of knocked him the other way from my side, and we got him.
Good job, guys.
Did that get your heart pounding?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, that was exciting. Good job. I'm gonna give you a hug. Oh, sweet.
Dead squirrel hug.
No, we forgot to bring a game bag, so it's tradition that the cameraman puts them in his pocket.
Right.
Yes, 1 down, 9 to go. We may have made him a little heavier for the weigh-in with all the lead that was flying at him.
Elijah and I spent the next couple of hours looking for more squirrels. It was a lot of time walking, standing still, and looking skyward for any movement. The cold and wind were not helping us today, so we made a midday decision.
So we're going to stop for lunch. That could be the highlight of the day, is what you're saying?
I think so. My brother Mick, Elijah's dad, is inside making white chicken chili, I think, and cornbread. Yeah, so.
You had me at chili.
So we'll do that, and we'll check back in later. I think we're going to lose our ace cameraman, so we'll see what happens. Try to get some other squirrels on camera.
After lunch, it was tough to get back outside with gusting winds and dropping temps, but we did hit the woods for a couple more hours with nothing to show for it but some fresh air. Jimmy needed to head home, so my brother helped out with the camera for a while. It was getting close to 3 o'clock, which meant we needed to head to the weigh-in.
Team Olson, we have 1 squirrel. We shot and killed every squirrel we saw today. Just happened to be we only saw 1, so.
Yep, just bad luck, but good aim, I guess.
It was fun though, right?
Yeah.
We had fun, and we're still going to the weigh-in. We're not going to be like some of those teams that don't even bother showing up because they only shot 1 squirrel. We're going, and we're going to see how much this thing weighs, and we're going to see how everybody else did over there. Right?
Yeah.
All right, let's go do it.
All right.
Teams were pouring into the weigh-in here at Ed's Archery in Clio. Judging from the line of hunters with their game bags bulging, lots of folks did better than Elijah and I today.
Yeah. How'd it go? Let's see. You guys look like you got a heavy bag.
We got 10.
Did you really? Nice job.
We
So
got 10.
how did it go? Tell me about the hunt.
It was fun. We went out early this morning, and I went in my hunting shack that we shoot deer out of. I went in there, and she went down the way from me, and we had a bunch of them come and just sat real quiet like we do when we're deer hunting. They came right in just like that. So.
Very cool.
Yep.
That's awesome.
You guys are used to it.
How'd you guys do out there?
We got our 10.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice. What time were you done?
What, 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 I met last minute.
Woo! All right. Well, that's cool. Hey!
Hey, how you doing?
Good. You guys got your 10?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Was it windy where you were?
Yeah, but most of them are concentrated right in the center of the wood lots.
Ah.
You know, kind of out of the wind and down in them low spots. So
Okay.
we did real well. Thanks.
Elijah finally got up to the scales with his squirrel, which weighed in at a whopping 1.44 pounds. Lots of teams here came in with their 10 squirrel limit, so it was safe to say we weren't going home with the trophy. As the numbers for the day were calculated, the crowd waited with anticipation to see who would be going home with the traveling chrome squirrel trophy. Co-founder Rich Kelly says he was pleasantly surprised at the number of youth and women who participated in the tournament this year. He and Steve made sure there were plenty of youth prizes to give away, too. 256 teams were here this year, and cash prizes were awarded to the top 25 teams who all bagged 10 squirrels. Third place went to last year's winners, Dale and Chad, with 20.89 pounds. Coming in at second place were Jim and Ken with 21.13 pounds. And the winners of the Chrome Squirrel Trophy this year were Curtis and Eric West from Chesaning with 21.34 pounds. Last year's winners passed the Chrome Squirrel off to Curtis and Eric, who will be here next year to defend their title. Now, Elijah and I weren't done yet. The next night, I headed back over to his house to teach him another important part of enjoying a successful hunt.
Well, that was a lot of fun out there at the Chrome Squirrel Tournament, right, Elijah?
Oh, yeah.
Your first squirrel ever. Mm-hmm. Pretty sweet. So in the Olson family, we like to eat what we shoot, and Elijah wanted to make a squirrel recipe.
Except we only got 1 squirrel.
Right. So I did talk to some friends at the tournament weigh-in, and we were able to get a couple more squirrels for our recipe. We're going to try out of the famous Kill It and Grill It book from Ted and Shemaine Nugent. They have a sweet and sticky rabbit recipe in there, but we are going to improvise and make it into sweet and sticky squirrel. And Elijah, you're going to be the chef.
All right, sounds good.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna broil this squirrel and bake it. We're preheating the broiler. In the meantime, we're gonna make some of the sweet and sticky sauce. So for the sweet and sticky sauce, we've got the juice of 1 lemon, a teaspoon of mustard, and a cup of honey. In a small saucepan, combine honey, lemon juice, and mustard. Stir over medium heat until hot and well mixed. Remove from heat and set aside. Well, never really cooked squirrel before, but I figured if you could read a recipe, you can do anything. Sweet and sticky sauce is hot and well mixed, so we're going to take it off and set it aside from the heat and get our squirrel ready. So these are the squirrels that we're going to use for our recipe, and this one was the one that I shot, and it's a little bit smaller and has quite a few more holes than the other ones. But thankfully, some of the other hunters were nice enough to share their squirrels with us. So the next step is to cut these squirrels into pieces and rub them with paprika. Okay, we've got our squirrels all rubbed down with paprika. We're gonna brush them with melted butter and put them in the broiler. So the recipe says to put them in 5 to 7 inches below the broiler. That's exactly what we're doing right here. We're gonna put them 5 to 7 minutes on each side.
Once the squirrel is nice and brown, Elijah flips the pieces over and broils them for another 5 to 7 minutes. And when they're done broiling on both sides, there's just one more step and they'll be ready for the table.
Now that these squirrels are out of the oven, we're gonna turn it on to 325 and cook them up. So we're gonna take them out of the broiler pan and put them in this casserole dish.
Now it's time to use the sweet and sticky sauce. Just drizzle it over the squirrel, making sure to generously cover each piece.
Oh man, this smells good. Can't wait to try it.
Now cover the baking dish and pop it back in the oven to bake for 35 to 40 minutes at 325. After all his hard work out in the woods and in the kitchen, Elijah was about to reap the rewards of putting food on the dinner table for his parents, Mick and Tina. Nice, that looks awesome.
Oh, that looks perfect. Thank you.
Is that your squirrel?
I believe.
So what do you guys think of your son killing it and grilling it?
I can't wait to eat it.
It looks pretty good.
It does. It smells delicious.
If it doesn't work out, we always have those pizza rolls in the freezer.
Awesome. Does look good.
That's good.
That is really great.
Smells like barbecue chicken.
Smells exactly what it's like right there.
It is good.
You sound surprised.
It is. I am surprised.
It's pretty awesome to be able to go out in your woods and hunt something and then bring it in and cook it up and eat it. Nothing better than that.
That one day in the woods is an experience that will never be forgotten for either of us. It's a great reminder to bring along someone new as we go afield. Part of my job is producing a TV show, but a bigger part is making sure to pass down this incredible outdoor heritage to the next generation. And it feels good to have Elijah following in my footsteps.
Hi, I'm Jordan Brown. We kick off this week's show with a rabbit hunt from southern Michigan, where despite having well over a foot of snow on the ground, we were still able to find quite a few rabbits. Today I'd be hunting with Shane Loney, his father Clint, and a few of Shane's friends. The plan was to let the dogs do most of the work and kick a few piles along the way.
Hi, my name's Shane Loney. We're just outside Olivet, Michigan here today doing a little bit of bunny hunting. Dogs are already on a rabbit and they usually cross right here in front of us. So it should be a pretty good day. We came in here the other day and just ran them. No guns, kicked up a lot of rabbits, so we should have a good day.
Let it clear. Kill it.
double team that one. Nice job, guys.
This is a big bunny. It's a good sized bunny. Came running down the old white fence here. Finally kicked him out of a pile. The other dogs are struggling behind us in the pines a little bit, but we double teamed it. First rabbit of the day.
We couldn't have asked for a better start, and despite some tough weather conditions, Shane was confident we'd continue to find rabbits throughout the day.
Well, we're heading out here here in southern Michigan. Got a few of my buddies with me and my dad. We got 4 dogs with us. We're going to try to make the best out of it. We got a little bit of snow yesterday, so hopefully it doesn't slow us down too bad with the rabbits. Hopefully they'll still get up and run.
It was obvious there were plenty of rabbits on this property, but the deep snow was making it tough for the dogs to run. And even though these guys were having to put in a little extra work today, they were still enjoying their time in the woods.
Over the years, my friends, you know, they've came with me a lot. They've picked up on it really well, and they know, you know, just as much as I do now. And it's fun, you know, hey, you know, we're bored today, you want to go out and do some rabbit hunting? It's like, yeah, sure. And you know, it's always fun to do and take the dogs out with you and have a good day of rabbit hunting. I grew up doing it. My dad always did it when I was younger. He introduced me to it. He always took me around with him, and doing it with the dogs, it just makes it more fun, I think personally, than going around and, you know, stomping on the piles. It's nice to, you know, be able to have your dogs go in there and not necessarily do it for you, but once you get them up, you know, if you miss them or something, the dogs can circle them back around you, you know, and take a little bit of pride in the fact that your dogs do that for you. And I like to take them out by myself and just without a gun, let them run, you know, get some practice in.
Where's he at?
Right here. Come on, right
okay, I'm ready when he comes out.
Come on, baby. Oh, he's right here. You see him? Yeah.
Where's he at?
Right. Get him?
Yep.
Cool. Good job. Good job, Jake. That was nice. That was a good run. Got him! That's pretty cool. You know, we finally got to our second spot over here and just got started. And on our walk in, we saw one, you know. And then this one came popping through, you know, made a good shot on it, dogs got on it, good hunt.
As the morning progressed, the hunting seemed to get better and better, and the rabbits were finally following the script that Shane had written a few days earlier.
We were in there Friday, so 2 days ago, and the rabbits were running real well, and we had a game plan all figured out what we were going to do. And we were trying to do it, we were going to push the pines, and there's a lane, and we're going to, you know, once they run across the lane, you know, we'll get the footage and get the shot. Well, it didn't quite work out for us. The rabbits weren't coming out of the pines because the snow was so deep, and they were just staying in the pines and finding holes. So we moved on and to the next section of pines, and we found a pretty good opening, and the rabbits ran down this little row of pines, and we got a couple good shots in there. So. And there's a lane that the dogs circled the rabbits, and they run across the lane. We got some good shots there.
The rabbits were finally doing what we had hoped for, but the shooters, on the other hand, well, let's just say they were a little less than 100%.
He was away. Sometimes I'm hot, most times I'm not. But hey, we're out here trying.
All in all, we ended up with 6 rabbits in the first spot, and afterwards we packed up and headed down the road to try a different area in hopes of a little less snow and a few more rabbits.
I've been running dogs and raising beagles for probably about 20 years now. And my boy is 17 and his friends are, you know, 15 to 18 years old. And I'm starting to get out of it a little bit now. I ran a charter boat for almost 18 years, then I got into beagles like almost 20 years. But now it's time to kind of hand this down. My boy's been with me ever since he was a little kid, where now it's time to let them continue on. With Shane's class, and the class that they're graduating in right now, he has about 15 buddies, and they're all really straight kids. They're really good kids. And I always wanted to make sure that these kids always had, whether I'm taking them fishing or taking them hunting, and keeping these dogs, you know, in shape, and fed them all during the summer. And then when it comes hunting season, you know, letting the boys get out there and enjoying this. Just proud of the boys for they're keeping on the legacy and keeping a good breed of dogs, and they're really enjoying the outdoor life. You got it.
Did you get him?
I think so. He went down, I'm pretty sure. Here he is, Book. Here he is. Here it is. Yeah, I don't think it's... dogs came through, right through here, and they got underneath that pile. They never barked or anything, but the rabbit come flying out. And second shot, I got him. Nice, good-sized rabbit, good, healthy one. Grain-fed, southern Michigan.
We ended up with 9 rabbits. A pretty good day considering the amount of snow we had to walk through. Rabbit hunting is one of my favorite things to do this time of the year here in Michigan. And if you've yet to get out, there's still time left to hit the woods here in Michigan's Out of Doors.
Thanks for joining us this week for Michigan Out of Doors. Make sure you check us out online when you have a chance. You could do that a couple of different ways on our Facebook page at Michigan Out of Doors TV or on our website at michiganoutofdoorstv.com. You can check out old episodes there, get a little history about the show and all sorts of fun stuff. Speaking of fun things, we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up for you over the next few weeks, including Big Buck Night.
Well, that's right, Jenny. Our Big Buck Nights are not that far away. We've got one the end of this month at Outdoorama down in Novi, and then one the end of next month down in Grand Rapids for the Ultimate Sports Show. So if you shot a big buck this year, or if you know someone that did, you want to go ahead and get that deer scored by Commemorative Bucks of Michigan. They give us a list of all the deer that they scored, and then we invite folks from that list, and those are always a lot of fun. Now, coming on next week's show, lots of brand new stuff coming. We're going to cover the opening day of the sturgeon spearing season up on Black Lake, which is always a lot of fun. We're also going to have a coyote calling tournament that happened down in the Kalamazoo area, and we're going to check in with kind of a brand new call manufacturer here in the state of Michigan. So lots of good stuff coming over the next several weeks, and hopefully we'll see you right back here on your PBS station.
Michigan Out of Doors is presented by Showspan, producing consumer shows including Outdoorama February 27th through March 2nd. at Novi's Suburban Collection Showplace. The show features tackle, trips, boats, outfitters, wildlife encounters, and of course, Big Buck Night. That's Outdoorama in Novi, February 27th through March 2nd. By Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises of Munising, exploring Lake Superior's Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore with its sandstone cliffs, caves, waterfalls, and lighthouses. Pictured Rocks Boat Cruises on the web at picturedrocks.com. By Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas energy in homes, farms, and businesses across our great state. Learn more at usemichiganpropane.com. By Meijer, a destination for hunting, fishing, and camping. From bug spray and tents to GPS and gas, Meijer has nearly everything you need to take on nature and get you there. Meijer. Closed captioning is brought to you by Propane, exceptional energy. Propane retailers promote the safe use of Michigan-produced gas to outdoor enthusiasts across our great state.
When I wander far away, a dream stays with me night and day. It's the road that leads to my home state. I am a Michigan man. Changing seasons paint the scene like rainbow trout in a hidden stream. The white-tailed deer in the tall pine trees. I am a Michigan man. I am a Michigan man. Ask where I'm from and I'll show you my hands. Lord above, I love this land. I am a